Good morning, LKN. 7:06 on this Monday, the 13th of November. We're on our way to Thanksgiving already. Did you do your Thanksgiving shopping this weekend already? Some people did. You go to the grocery at the end of the aisle, the end caps, stuffing, pumpkin filling, cranberry sauce, turkey basting gravy. Sorry, Suri, getting invasive right there. Did you notice that? Suri, I did not tell you to do anything. Suri, please be quiet while I'm on the radio. My gosh, I apologize about that, folks.
Justin, you did not do your Thanksgiving shopping.
She's reprimanding me already. My gosh. You know what? Let's restart the day. It's black powder coffee. That's what's in the cup. You know where they're at? They're on Highway 150. What you got to do, you got to make a left at the Chick-fil-A. You go down into the business park. You run up in there. I mean, you storm that castle. You insurrect that place. Melissa!
My word.
10% off, please. And she'll say, yeah, absolutely. Who sent you? And you'll say, WSIC, the Good Morning Family. She'll give you 10% off. She will. She'll slip 10% off that price. Boom. 21 flavors. You know, I don't cut it. I don't put sugar. I don't put creamer. So what I do is I pick the beans. I look. This week, I don't know. Demi made it. I should know. Let me see if I can taste bud this thing. Hold on. I think I can taste bud this thing. Hold on.
Taste bud that thing, man.
Oh,
no.
Prospector's
Prospector's gold.
That might be Prospector. Now that you mention it, it's pretty strong. And it's definitely in the normal coffee realm. And by normal, I mean
It's gonna be hard to pin down.
right. Like it's a geographic territory is in the name. It's not Southern bourbon pecan. It's not pumpkin spice.
Correct.
It's not. This might be from Italia, or it could be Pablo again. It could be that Colombian. I'm always down for some Pablo.
Shout out to Colombia. You ever been to Colombia?
Never been. Would
Never
love to
been
go.
myself.
Would love to go. Looks beautiful, in some spots. Some spots not so much.
Right.
Seem like nice people though.
I'm sure they are. A loving people.
There's nice people in every country. I think that's just something we should remember generically.
All over the world.
All over the world, every country, there's at least one nice person. Is that a safe bet?
Yes.
At least one.
I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. You know what was nice this weekend?
What's that?
Not having to watch the Panthers. I don't mean that like I don't enjoy watching the Panthers, because I do. I love watching the Panthers.
They're a hard team to watch.
It's hard to watch them these days. So Thursday, watched them on Thursday night instead, and was able to recover over the weekend. We will have Joe Berg at 8:30. Joe Berg, our WSIC sports director, we will have him at 8:30, because the world doesn't revolve around just the Panthers. It's not like only the Panthers playing. That's it. That's not the only thing going on in sports. In some people's worlds, like mine, it is. But for the rest of the world, some of you want actually more sports, which is weird.
More sports.
We've talked about hot yoga before. We've talked about sweating before.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done like extreme workout, like hot workouts, like beyond just yoga? Like hot yoga at this point isn't like a new thing.
Right. I don't think I've ever done hot yoga, though.
You've still never done hot yoga?
No.
I find that very surprising. I mean, given that you're like an athlete like that, so I find that surprising.
Yeah.
You steam and you sauna, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing? Like basically you're doing yoga in a sauna?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've never done yoga in a steam room or a sauna.
Okay, that's fair.
That
Have you
could all
ever done?
change, though.
Have you ever done hot ISO, hot Pilates,
Hot ISO.
hot buns,
Hot buns.
hot bar none,
Now wait just a minute,
hot
partner.
core, hot warrior, hot bands, hot cycle, hot thunder, hot blast? You ever done any of those? You can at Hotworx. Hotworx is going to be joining us shortly.
Hotworx.
I wonder if they got a jingle. Jill and David of Hotworx. There's a new location coming into Cornelius.
To Corntown.
That's what it
To
said.
Cornelius.
That's what I see here on the old website.
You know it's Cornelius.
Cornelius. Jetone?
Jetton.
Jetton? Jetone. Westmoreland.
Westmoreland.
You got to know. If you got to hang out with some natives for a while. You'll learn the lingo. Just hang out with us for a little bit.
I'm getting there.
I'm learning as I go. I'm not saying I am a native. I was not born in Corntown, but I'm learning what the language of the people. I'm the language of the people right now. We will have word of the day, I think.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Maybe some good, bad, and ugly news in the 8 o'clock hour.
Maybe.
We might just do it.
We might not, though.
Is Jeff from iCats off today like he was on Friday, or is
No,
he back
he's
on?
back.
He's
He's
back.
back.
Yes,
He's
Jeff
back.
is back, keeping us apprised of what's happening on the streets. We'll get that look at 7:15 and 8:15. You need to know what the streets are doing. If you're heading into Charlotte, you're heading into work, wherever you're going right now.
What's today's date?
Today's the 13th, remember?
Oh, yeah. Happy 13th, y'all.
Is that a significant date for you?
Nope. Just
What if it was Friday the 13th? Would that make you question it?
It actually would not.
Not superstitious in that way.
I'm a little stitious, but not superstitious in that way.
Because that's just mathematically going to happen. And to just say, like, oh, bad things happen aligned with math. I don't know about that. Do they? Can they?
Absolutely they can, sir.
Am I opening a bag of worms here? Your most favorite superstition. As always, the phone lines are open. 844-STUDIO-4. That's 844-788-3464. We love hearing from you. You can shout out good morning to somebody. Got some Panthers gear to give away.
Yeah, call in.
You shout out good morning to somebody this morning, you're going to get some Panthers gear.
Yeah,
I know you're dying for it. Everyone wants it. It's the hottest thing on the shelves. Forget Taylor Swift. Forget the Kansas City Chiefs. Panthers gear is what people want.
They're going to want it.
They can't get enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hotcakes. When's the last time you had a good 3-stack of hotcakes?
Gosh, it sounds good.
I can't eat it like that anymore.
Yeah.
Just bread covered in syrup doesn't hit the same anymore. Now, you put 20 Reese's in front of me. Those hit the same every time. I don't care if you're 2 or you're 222.
Mm-hmm.
Reese's are Reese's. I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh, wow.
You got to spin that in there. Did you watch any movies this weekend?
Did I watch any movies? No.
None? Started watching a classic yesterday. It bled over into this morning because, when the kids go to bed, you got to turn it off. You can't just continue watching the kids movie.
Right.
Flubber.
Oh, wow.
Robin Williams. Yeah.
That's a 90s movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, too.
VHS, yeah.
It's kind of tough watching Robin Williams on the screen, just knowing, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, man, dude was a good actor. One of the best. I mean, arguably.
Whatever happened to Flubber?
I think he flew to space.
Okay.
He took off. I think he's part of Tesla now, isn't he? Isn't he on their team?
Yes.
Because they fly, right?
I did see that.
SpaceX. One of the two. One or three. How many companies does Elon own? 40?
I don't think he doesn't own Flubber though.
Independent contractor.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It'd be hard to control him. Seems like a diva. Wonder what he eats.
I could never work with Flubber.
He only eats gamma. It's tough.
It's hard to find that.
You gotta know where to look. Good morning, fam. 844-STUDIO-4. 844-788-3464. It's gonna get hot up in here. Hotworx is making their way toward the building. Looking forward to sweating some more this morning. Happy Monday.
There's more Good Morning LKN on the way from the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Santa's coming to town. Come out to Birkdale Village from 2 to 7 p.m. this Saturday, the 18th. WSIC will be broadcasting live from the event. Activity Row, Birkdale on Ice, beer garden, dance performances, and the tree lighting parade. Dance away the end of the night with live music. This Saturday, the fun begins at 2 p.m. and the tree lighting ceremony starts at 6. For more info, visit birkdalevillage.com. It is the last weekend of the season for the Davidson Farmers Market. Come out and enjoy the wonderful local vendors. Saturday from 9 until noon, the last weekend of the year for Davidson Farmers Market. For more info, visit davidsonfarmersmarket.org. Hit songs from the 1950s will have you wanting to boogie all night long. The Winter Dance Party, this Saturday night. Charles Mack Citizen Center. Doors open at 6. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit ourtownstage.com. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few are coming to Kane Center for the Arts this Saturday. Mike Ferris is a Dove Award-winning artist. Americana, rock, blues, and gospel. Come enjoy a fun night of great music. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few this Saturday. Doors open at 7 p.m. kanearts.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 19th. Save your dates. Don't miss the Renaissance Festival. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Now, more stimulating talk for Lake Norman Statesville with Justin Ckezepis. It's Good Morning LKN on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 7:18. Happy Monday to you. If you're driving to work, we got to get a look at the streets. Jeff with iCats is on the phone. RideICats.com, alternative transportation. Jeff, how are they looking this morning?
Good morning, Justin. 77 north and southbound from Statesville to Charlotte are looking pretty good this morning. As the morning progresses, of course, we'll have our normal congestion in the Cornelius to Huntersville area, but there's no accidents to report. The secondary roads in Statesville and Mooresville, haven't heard of any problems this morning, so hopefully a good start to our week.
Speaking of congestion, Jeff, you sound a little under the weather. You feeling okay today?
Oh, I just I'm a little hoarse because I was cheering for the Tar Heels, and I was joking with Bill that I thought I was going to have to be doing traffic report from Kenan Stadium this morning. It went into double overtime.
You made it back in time, though. We appreciate you, Jeff. We appreciate you taking a look at the streets. RideICats.com, alternative transportation. $3 to get you from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Daily commuters unite. Jeff, we'll check in with you at 8:15.
All right. Have a good morning.
You too, Jeff. We appreciate you. All right. So I asked Bill during the first break here. I said, Bill, have you ever done hot yoga? He still hadn't done hot yoga. So Bill's an athlete, by the way, too. So I'm shocked he hasn't done hot yoga yet. Yeah. But then we started listing off all these other things. Hot iso, hot Pilates, hot bar none, hot warrior, hot core, hot buns, hot bands, hot cycle, hot blast, hot thunder. Is there any limit to hotness? I don't know, but we're going to find out because we've got the new franchisees of Cornelius's Hotworx in studio right now. Jill and David, welcome to you both.
Thank you. Awesome to be here.
You two are married, I assume, right? Married? No?
Engaged.
Engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you guys meet in a hot yoga studio? Is that like how y'all met?
That would be a lot cooler story and would fit the whole narrative.
Yeah.
But no, we did not.
Ah, that's okay. How did you meet?
We met through fitness. This is actually going to be my second dip into the fitness world. So first one went with an independent. Kind of did that for about 9-10 years. Met Jill through there. We put some workouts together through COVID.
Okay.
Probably 8 or 10 of us from that previous fitness facility, and we were kind of working on it. And she said, "Hey, have you heard of this?" And I said, "Nope, never heard of it. Show me what you're talking about." And so we started diving into that, and I was like,
"So this is your brainchild, then, Jill, huh?"
It actually was.
Okay,
yes.
so talk to me about it. What is so good about everything being so hot all the time? What is there like an advantage to that compared to just normal workout?
Yes, there is. So when you're working out in the infrared sauna, that type of heat is actually different than typical hot yoga, the Bikram yoga. It's a moist heat.
You're good, Jill. Sorry, Bill, your mic's on. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
We play in live action. Go ahead. Sorry.
So just by working out in that type of environment, you are actually warming up quicker. So you have less likely to have injuries. when you're working out?
For infrared.
For the infrared,
So
yes.
is that like a bunch of lasers pointed at me the whole time,
It
or
is
what is
not.
infrared?
It'd be a lot cooler if it was.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm here to ask questions
No,
for the people.
So
That's it.
the infrared heat is going to be more of an ambient heat. It's going to warm up your body at the cellular level. So as you hop in that sauna, you start warming up in your core versus traditional, convection heat where we're basically blowing hot air on you, and before you know it, you're just sweating like crazy. So
Lot of
the
perspiration.
infrared, absolutely. So the infrared is going to work from the inside out almost is one way to think about it. And when you're in the saunas, you're always 1 to 3 feet from those infrared panels, and that was set up so that you're able to absorb
Yes.
the infrared energy at your highest capacity.
What's your favorite hot class?
Cycle.
You're
love hot
a
cycle.
cycler.
Mhm.
How about you?
The rowing.
Rowing.
Love the rowing. But the yoga is awesome too, just because after you do a high intensity thing like the cycle or the row,
Yeah.
you can get in there and stretch out, really make sure that you're feeling good when you get ready to leave. So a lot of times we'll go back to back
Yes.
and do a high intensity class followed by an ISO class or vice versa.
So I know this Greek godlike physique I've got going on. I know you guys assume a lot, but some of these I don't know. So
Okay.
Pilates, I've heard of Pilates before. I obviously know what yoga is. So like Hot Warrior, is this like based on using like a bike or bands or what? Like what are these names? About what is that?
So the hot warrior is actually like a more intense yoga. So it's for more experienced yogis.
Oh, yogis.
Yeah.
Okay, yogis. Okay,
Absolutely.
nice. Okay, so I see hot cycle on here. That makes sense.
Yes.
Hot blast. What are we doing with hot blast?
So hot cycle is going to be like a traditional cycle. Think of something like a Peloton type of cycle, whereas hot blast is going to be more of like a fan bike where you're going to be working both the arms and the legs. You got the hand,
like the big old, like with the rower thing on it too.
It really gets you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
And then Hot Thunder, so that's the
the
rower.
rowing. Yes,
Okay,
that's
like Days of Thunder. Is that
that's-
like a little throwback there?
We were not allowed to participate in the naming. We just get to
But
use
they're
them
lovely.
now, but
We
they
do
are
like them,
good.
yes.
Somebody should dress up like Hulk Hogan for that class. That would be pretty good there.
That
so
would be
that's
awesome.
There it is. So hot buns, that makes sense. That's the glutes. Hot bands. So there's that resistance bands.
Resistance
Absolutely.
bands.
Yes, sir. You
Okay.
got it.
All right. So there's a lot of questions I've got here. Obviously, it's a franchise. You guys are buying into it. Why? Is it the health reasons that really got you to it, or
So for me, it was actually I am at an age now where I'm noticing
25 at the
Oh,
most?
I wish.
Absolute
Thank you for
most.
that. I love that. No, I wish. Over 40. So obviously, I've noticed some changes personally, and then also I had some injuries that were really interfering with my day to day, but also working out, and it's very important to me to take care of my body.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how I found Hotworx. Actually, I was researching different ways and healthier ways to work out, and infrared therapy had already been recommended to me. So doing 2 things at one time and getting more from my workout in less time was actually very appealing to me.
So were you guys engaged before this, or David, was this like Jill came to you that day? You're like, dang, this girl knows business too. I need to get on this right now. Like, what was that? What was that like?
It was so. I'm trying to think of the timeline here. I think they were relatively close.
They were.
I can't remember the exact timeline when we decided that Hotworx was going to be for us, but yeah, it was pretty close there. But I wouldn't say that one influenced the other.
Okay, there we go. So what was it like working then with the franchisor and the process? Talk to us a little bit about that.
That's definitely been a new experience coming from the business world as an independent owner. You kind of get to make your own decisions. You get to have a lot more freedom and autonomy, which is nice. But sometimes as an independent, I was like, man, it would be nice if I just had some structure here and had some resources that I could lean on. And so that has been really, really cool with the franchise piece of it, is that as hard as you work, you're only one person as an independent, and you're only as good as the team you build out. Whereas Hotworx has built out just an incredible corporate team.
Yes.
They have tons of resources available to us. We have a performance coach that we meet with a couple days a week via Zoom call. He just is a wealth of knowledge and experience. So that's been the coolest thing with the franchise model, is just all that they're able to offer us that we wouldn't have otherwise.
Bill, is this the one that you said you saw in Selling Sunset? Is that this one, or is that a different one?
I think it's similar
Okay.
stuff.
So like infrared working out seems to be like the new rage right now.
It is.
It is. Infrared, some people, so we have doctors that we've formed some partnerships with.
Oh,
and,
cool.
you know, they want to send patients over just for the benefits of the infrared. And they're like, hey, I don't care if you get in there and work out or not, get in the infrared sauna. So
I know.
there are other businesses out there that are providing infrared saunas just for the health benefits.
So your two roles, let's talk about that internally, right? Because when you go to the franchisor, you're like, okay, what's your team? Who's going to be doing what? So what have you guys decided on what your roles are going to be?
So we'll both be in studio till we can get this thing up off the ground and humming. So if you come in, you'll get to see our smiling faces. Our youngest daughter is going to be working with us as well.
Nice.
Our oldest
Very
daughter
cool.
is running our social media stuff for us.
Nice.
We're
Family business.
Yeah,
There we go. We like that.
Absolutely. And
A
we'd
lot
like
of
to
fun.
add a couple folks to our team. We're looking to bring on a full-time person and maybe another part-time person. So it's
All hands on deck.
yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
be there.
You're in the new building that's just being built, Bailey Road, just next to Waterman there off of 21. Sorry, I always mix up 21 and 115. I'm just used to Statesville and
I
Old
do the
Statesville,
same
so I'm
thing.
sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so Statesville right there next to it. I'm looking here. You got, what, 10 different studios in this
10
space?
saunas, yeah.
10
Yes.
saunas.
Yes.
How many people can fit in each sauna?
1 to 3 people.
Okay, so it's pretty intimate of courses then at that
It
point
is.
too.
It is.
It's small classes.
Yeah, so each sauna is going to be 63 square feet,
Yeah.
and you can get 3 people in there more comfortably than you would think. But yeah, it's a pretty cool concept.
It
All
is.
of the training is going to be virtual, so there's a television screen inside each sauna. You can book your sauna online via our mobile app.
Yeah.
You show up to the studio, your sauna, say you reserve sauna number 7 at 6 p.m. You hop in there at 6 p.m. The television comes on. The instructor takes you through the workout.
Yes.
And it's looking like you guys are running full days here. I mean, 6 a.m. as the first class?
24 hours
Full,
a day.
it's 24 hours. Those classes there are just in 2 different saunas. They alternate between those workouts.
Oh, so literally you can go in 24 hours a day.
Yes.
That's right.
We will have staffed hours. as
You're
well.
not going to sleep ever again in your lives, or how does
Never-
that
We
work?
never
don't
again.
anyway.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
How does that work with being 24 hours?
So we have a security system in place where each person will have an individual code where you'll be able to come in. There's a keypad on the building. You'll be able to access the building through that code. You'll get it on your phone. So you show up to the studio, type in your code, and walk on in.
Y'all be trusting people a little bit down here. My gosh.
Well, hey, there's
It's very
cameras. There are a lot of
safe.
safety
Yeah.
measures in place just to make sure everyone's safe.
No, I could imagine. I see here too, and we're coming up on a break. So I want to talk about some of these other ancillary things when we come back. You mentioned the app. You mentioned just the concept of 24 hours. I see also like this diet tracks by Hotworx as well.
Yes.
It seems like, would it be fair to say you guys are looking at more than just being a singular location of workout? You guys really want to do life with people.
We do.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Okay. I see also anti-aging and skin rejuvenation. Is that's
Absolutely.
a health benefit? I
It
would
is,
assume
from the actual infrared sauna.
Wow, so we're getting into more than just like working out at this point. Does it become too complicated for some people, or do you guys help simplify it?
It's pretty simple. I mean, you get in the sauna does most of the work.
Let it
And
do the work. I don't have
It
to do much.
does.
I just have to
Absolutely.
come.
Absolutely. And a lot of people, they say, well, what if I'm not in shape? Well, that's great. You don't have to be in tip-top shape to get
You
started.
don't.
You can modify the workouts. You can hop in next to someone that's been doing Hotworx for a year, and you'll be just fine.
Well, the trainers give you different options as
Yes.
well
So
to
they're-
help you.
there are modifications you can do as you kind of get going.
Okay. We're speaking with Jill and David, the new franchisees of Hotworx of the new location in Cornelius, going in on Bailey Road, just next to Waterman, that brand new building. Hotworx.net. That looks like the website. WORX. You got to
Correct.
get
That's
that
right.
new age
That's-
marketing in there.
that's it.
Absolutely.
Hotworx.net. We're going to stick with Jill and David on digital. Radio fan, we're going to come back in a couple of minutes. We're going to get a little personal, find out about these two, see what's really going on here. All right, so we're still on live digital stream right now. All right, so do you guys live in Cornelius? You live in Mooresville, Hunters, or where do you guys live? Charlotte?
So we live in South Mooresville, so
Okay.
we can actually get to Davidson, Cornelius much easier than
Yes.
we can
Yeah.
most places in Mooresville these
That's
days.
right. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so you're like Langtree area or
So
more?
we're off Highway 3.
Okay, yeah.
we're off
Okay.
of Highway 3.
Nice. And then how long have you guys been in the area, then the Lake Norman area?
In my entire life.
Okay.
Born and raised in
Yes,
Mooresville.
I was born right outside of Mooresville, so
Oh, you too. Okay,
pretty
coming in
local.
Like
local.
an
I like
endangered
that.
species.
No,
I
that's good.
know.
I know it is. It's a rarity. I wasn't born here, but I grew up here in the Lake Norman area. So since I was like a little kid, I don't even have any other memories. So, all right. So when we think about Mooresville, we think about like this kind of addition to the community. What do you think what's been the reaction so far when you tell people you're doing it? Obviously, people are going to be excited. Don't get me wrong.
yes.
But adding another workout facility, that's a crowded space. That's saturated,
It is.
right?
It
So you
is.
guys took a step out in faith and said, hey, we're going to do this.
Yes.
What's that been like for you?
Right.
It's been very exciting. I think the majority of our initial members have either worked out at a Hotworx location before and just sought us out, or they're healthcare providers.
Right.
So that feels very good to me.
Yeah, a lot of the members that we have had joined so far have asked, "What took you guys so long?" So
Yeah?
people are
Yes,
excited.
they are.
Yeah, it's there's enough differentiation with Hotworx from any other training method that a lot of folks use it either to complement something that they're already doing. So we have power lifters that want to come in and stretch because they want to be able to move and move more weight.
And athletes.
We have athletes that come in. We have cyclists. I mean, just people from all walks of life.
Can you
different
lift free
fitness
weights while
levels.
doing this stuff too? Is that a thing?
Yes.
So we do offer a functional training area that's called our FX zone, and in there we're going to have kettlebells.
I saw that on the
med
website.
balls,
Yeah.
battle ropes, pull-up bars.
And there's a guided workout portion available for
is.
that as well. So
Oh,
you don't have
cool.
to come up with your own programming, which can be difficult.
Is there showers as well? Like, 'cause
We have a
We will
shower.
have a
okay,
shower,
good.
yeah.
Because you get hot and sweady. So
Yes,
I figured,
yes.
if you're coming midday between work or
That's
like
right.
lunch
That's
or
right.
whatever, yeah.
Absolutely, you're all over it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so one of the problems I've got, so I lift weights. I enjoy lifting weights. I also enjoy eating cake. So eating is a big part of the healthy, balanced lifestyle,
Absolutely.
right? Does this like a life hack? Like I don't have to change my eating if I come and do infrared? Can I get to that level?
Well,
or-
I don't know if it works quite like that. There's an old saying, you can't out-train a poor diet.
Yeah, exactly.
And that holds true.
It's trouble.
There is no silver bullet, but you
you
also
gotta
have to
enjoy life.
enjoy
Yes.
some things as we go along here. So
See, I thought you guys were going to give me the life hack here.
I-
Bill, I thought we had it. I thought we had it, Bill.
Trust me, brother. If we had it, we'd be retired already.
That's right.
We have some life hacks. I mean, there are definitely
there-
some health
there are a
benefits
ton
that
of
you
benefits.
can't
Oh, there's a
get
ton of
just-
health benefits.
Right,
This is like
right.
overwhelming the amount of health
It
benefits you
is.
guys have
It's
here.
exciting.
And then, so when you think about kind of the growth plan and like the marketing and the getting involved in the community, do you see it as like a particular sector? Is it like, is it the busy mom? Is it the corporate worker? Is it who do you see and identify, do you think, as your core target?
It's all of those.
Yeah.
It is because you have 24-hour access. So you can be a busy stay-at-home mom. You can be a busy corporate mom. You can be a busy single individual who just has their life just on the go. You can be all of those things.
You can come anytime you want.
Yes.
Because it's 24 hours a day. You guys are crazy letting people in your house 24 hours a day.
Hey,
People
you gotta
respect
give,
it.
You got to give people what they need and what they want.
No,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true. What was it like designing this place, too? Was it fun?
Whew,
It was stressful.
it's a lot of work.
We had a lot of help. I mean, they definitely have the layout pretty much figured out. So it just depends upon your space. And we got
Correct.
fortunate with the space that we have. It was brand new. It's completely
Yes.
open. Some challenges with that as well. But as far as being able to have a nice layout, that was very beneficial.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, let's rejoin with our radio fam. Digital fam, thanks for sticking with us.
I see.
Good morning, LKN. 7:34 on this Monday. Hotworx. Have you been to the place? Have you heard of it? Have you ever done infrared exercise before? I'm sweating thinking about it. I'm not going to lie to you right now. But that's a good thing because you get a good sweat. That's how you can stay healthy by staying active. And we've got Jill and David, the new franchisees of Hotworx, going in Cornelius, located on Bailey Road near the brand new building next to Waterman. And we were talking a little bit during the digital break there, the process of outfitting a space. So how long ago did you guys secure one of the units there at the new building?
So we secured our units on June 9th.
Okay.
And once we did that, we were able to engage our architect and our general contractor, get our plans done. You have to send those back through corporate, make sure those guys are comfortable with what you're planning to do. Once they sign off on them, you get with Mecklenburg County and start working through the permitting process.
Yeah.
And
was it a cold, dark shell or was it warm?
So it's cold, dark shell.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
No HVAC, no
Gravel
electrical,
floor.
no plumbing, no concrete. So we've gotten to see it take shape.
Are you going to be on the ground floor or are you going to be on the second floor?
We'll be on the ground floor there.
Okay. Windows and everything? You're going to have the windows?
beautiful.
How's the signage? You excited about the signage? How's that all?
We're still
We're
working
still
on
waiting
that.
on that. Yeah, so we're excited about it.
We are.
We've seen some concepts that our folks over at the property, Joe and his team,
Yeah, our landlords
they've
worked
got
really
some,
hard on having a nice cohesive
Yes.
appearance. So it will look
Absolutely.
beautiful
It's gonna
when we're
look
able to
great.
get it all
He
done.
showed us some concepts.
Well, and you guys are right across the street from the new hospital.
Yeah.
That's got to be convenient for you too, right?
Yes.
That's
we're,
good.
Yeah,
hope
we're
so.
excited about
Yeah.
that, and we're hoping that we can partner with those guys and get their employees and everybody involved so that they can
Have a quick
shoot
workout.
in, grab their workout, and get back to keeping us all healthy.
Are you guys like exclusively infrared when you work out now? Is that like how it works when you become a franchisee? You pretty much
We love it, but we actually appreciate so many different forms of working out. Like this is a nice additive for us, but we actually have a gym at home as well. We like to live.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yes, this is something that is a must for us now.
Now, the video concept, you mentioned someone can go into a room, there's screens, right? They start the video process, kind of like a workout alongside someone. You're not stuck by yourself doing it, having to make it up as you go. You don't want me making it up when I step into the workout facility, right? I need guidance. Yeah. Do you guys have the opportunity as franchisees to make more videos? Do they provide that to you, or how does that work?
It's provided.
Okay.
So we have virtual trainers that actually have to compete for their roles. They're very talented individuals. They didn't just kind of show up and then it just happened for them.
They actually
had
have
to work.
skills. Yeah.
Yes, they do. So they actually do the programming and they do update their videos every few months so that you can actually have time to see the benefits of the workout. So you can make it a little harder as you go. You can see your changes.
What would you say during this process thus far? Because I have no doubt you guys will have more questions for the franchisor. But thus far, what was like the biggest question you had for the franchise when you guys were diving into this?
Honestly, they really kind of lay the roadmap out pretty well for you. So there aren't a ton of questions. It's more about execution. The biggest issue that we ran into was just real estate inventory. There just were not a lot of spaces available
Took a while
in
to
the
find a
Cornelius
space.
market, Cornelius Huntersville, and we knew we wanted to be in this market. We felt like this was where Hotworx needed to be for us, and it was a struggle. It took about 9 months to find a spot, but
wow,
yeah,
it did.
And we were all over the place, but hey, we feel like we landed exactly where we're supposed to be.
How many square feet is this facility?
A little over 2,300 square feet.
That's a decent size.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of the larger Hotworx in this area for sure.
Yeah. And so how many, what's like kind of your goal, your base metric numbers, day one you open, let's say, let's call it 6 months in. How many people are you wanting through the facility in like a week, or is it by the week or by the month? How are you tracking the metric?
So you can do either.
Yeah.
We would our goal is to have 200 members with us here in the next 2 months
Prior to opening.
Yeah,
That's
prior to
something
opening,
corporate
so-
would like for us to do as well.
Yeah.
And how are we're on our way there, I would
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Getting
So,
there, yeah.
so let's talk about then the package options, right? So if people are interested, it is a membership option, and that's because of that 24-hour access, I imagine, right?
right.
You just want to be able to come and go.
That's right.
Right.
You're not trying to say, oh, well, you did 2 classes, let me punch your card.
Right.
No, it's
yeah.
unlimited.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
So looking here at the basic membership versus the Sweat Everywhere membership, my gosh, I already do that enough. Talk to me about the difference between the two.
Okay. Well, go ahead,
Well,
Jill.
the sweat here is obviously what it sounds like. You just are applying for a membership at that facility. So most of the members now, that's what we are currently selling because we are in pre-sale. And our membership rates are discounted while we're building out our studio.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so we launched our pre-sale a week ago Saturday, and we had a $39 rate.
Is that still going on?
Well, we had 50 slots, and we sold those out in our first day.
We did.
First day?
Yeah,
Yes.
so we were very pleased with
Well,
that.
congratulations
to you
two. That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
And so now we're on to our second phase of pre-sale, which is $44. So we have still have some slots there.
You sold out. There you go. You sold your 50.
There we go.
That's a
Thank
celebration.
you.
Sound
There
effect
you
in
go.
there.
Sorry. That's on me.
But yeah,
Producer
so-
Bill way better than I am on that. Sorry.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
So $44 now.
That's right.
And a $10
All right.
enrollment
And a
fee.
$10
And $10 enrollment.
yeah.
So $44 a month. Does that lock you in forever?
It
Yes.
does.
You guys aren't going to be like Apple Plus and jack up my rate in a year from now, or
No.
Disney Plus,
No,
right?
if
That's-
they do
okay.
raise it, it will not be on the current members.
That will not impact our founding members. And that's just our way of saying thank you for trusting us with a
Yes.
concept that you can't see quite yet because the studio's not done. So
That's right.
That's right.
So is that another 50? How many slots you got for the
So I
$44?
think
This one's
we
100.
have 100 there.
Okay, giving a lot of people discounts
Yes.
these days. My
Hey,
gosh.
absolutely.
And it's a good time coming up on holidays. You start thinking about it around that holiday time,
That's
right?
right.
New Year's goals. You want to
That's
start planning
right.
for summertime. I'm trying to catch up with Bill a little bit here for next summer. We'll see, though. That's why I keep the Reese's stocked out there to throw him off more than
Try
for
to
me.
Slow Bill
See?
down a little
Trickery.
bit.
Yeah, see?
Keep it out there by
It's
him.
all game theory. That's all it is. So is there like a recommendation you guys have, like as far as looking again at all these variety of classes, right? Like, to someone who really wants like a full body, some things can do full body, like a bike, right? Is probably pretty full body-esque. Do you recommend like almost like a track of courses for people, or is it so independent? It's like, hey, whatever you guys want, you do. How does the recommendations in that space work?
Yes, it's independent, but they do recommend if you're going to do back to back that you do one of the isometric workouts and a HIIT workout back to back.
Kind of like swap
For the
off
full
back and
body.
forth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when I look at this other stuff, and we mentioned before the break, so let's get in like the diet tracks. You've got the app. Again, this is like all inclusive,
It
right?
is.
It's kind of the mindset these
It
days.
is. The diet tracks is going to be Jill, it's an additional app, is it not?
Mhm,
So
that one
yes,
is.
and that's going to be through Hotworx. That comes along with the Sweat Everywhere package, and it's going to allow people to track calories, food intake, calculate their BMR,
Reach their goals.
right.
yeah.
It's a really nice feature that they offer from.
What is BMR? Sorry, I know what BMI is. I've been negotiating with them for a while to change those metrics. What's BMR?
BMR? Jill, let's see here.
Sorry, not to throw you.
BMR.
That's my fault.
By BMR, I meant BMI. That's
Yeah,
my
no,
bad.
no. It says BMR on here,
Well,
so
there
that's why.
is,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is.
No, it's a burn
It's
rate.
your-
I'm guessing.
It's your
Oh, I see.
baseline.
Yep,
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry.
Just to exist. It's basically the calories that you have to maintain just to exist.
And are all the courses they're pre-recorded videos, or is it like live,
are.
like someone in another studio?
They're pre-recorded, yes.
They just videoed all the new stuff for next year. I
Mhm.
think they finished that up last week. So
Yes.
going to be getting some fresh material, adding a new stretch class. That's exciting.
Oh, stretch class too. Okay.
Yes,
Absolutely.
deep stretch.
Okay, that's important. I've heard circulation. I hear that's very important in the process
It
too.
is.
Absolutely.
Are there enough videos, or am I going to end up like 2 weeks later doing the same video again? How does that work? Like as far as the
You will
volume?
repeat some of the
Right.
videos, especially if you have a preference on which class you like to attend.
That's good.
But the point of that is so you can track your own progress.
Right.
So if you switch it up too frequently, you're never going to be able to tell how much you've progressed in a certain class.
Right. No, that makes sense. You want to keep going. And then so the Hotworx burn off app though is included for everybody, and then it looks like there's some addition if you do the Sweat Everywhere. If I'm reading
Correct.
this
Correct.
right.
You're,
You got
you're
it.
correct.
Okay, so you can even book sessions directly through the app too.
You
So you
do.
can really just kind of
Right.
all encompassing use it and be ready to go.
That's
yes.
right.
What makes you nervous most about jumping into this?
It's probably just the company's still continuing to grow. They're continuing to expand. They're huge in Texas, huge in California. So
Oh, Texas, that's where they're.
And Louisiana.
Louisiana. So they're
Oh.
based out of New Orleans.
It's already hot down there. Do they need more heat
They
down there?
must.
Oh
They want the
my
different heat, the
gosh.
good heat.
Crank it up.
Oh
Crank it
my
up.
gosh.
But no, it's so Hotworx is starting to gain traction as far as brand recognition in North
Yeah.
Carolina, especially in Charlotte. Most people in Charlotte now have either heard
Yes.
of it or driven by it or worked out
Try
at
to work out.
Hotworx.
Mhm.
So that was the biggest thing was when we were discussing it. It was, hey, this is an emerging brand. It's one of the quickest growing fitness brands, ever. But are we too soon? But it does not appear that that's the case.
If memberships are selling, doesn't sound
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
too soon.
I think
No,
it's
You guys
been
sound like you're
good.
hitting the sweet spot right at the right time. So,
We're
well, we
with you.
appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you
We
for
hope
having
only
us.
success on your, new franchise.
Well,
You'll
thank
have
you.
to
so
come
much.
try it.
I'm gonna have to come try it. You can't laugh at me though, okay?
Oh, no, I would
No.
never.
Okay, thank you.
Don't laugh at
She's
me.
nice. You should keep her. She's
Hey,
nice. She's
hey,
very nice.
Swinging over
Thank
my
you.
head already.
That's right. All right, Hotworx, the new location coming in Bailey Road at just next to Waterman, the brand new building across the street from the new atrium. Jill and David, that's who you're going to see if you walk in there right away.
Yeah.
And you're
That's
doing
it.
a course, you want to know what's going on, ask them questions. They got a new deal right now. Only 100 people though. $44 a month is what they're offering right now,
Yes.
which is discounted from the regular $59 a month. That's a good deal right
It
there.
is.
You
And they're
lock
not
that in
going
for
to
life.
That's right. They're not going to raise the price like Disney Plus, like the email I got last week. My goodness. Well, we appreciate you guys. Hope only the
Thank
best
you.
for you. Good morning, fam. We're coming back. We got good, bad, and the ugly. Word of the day. Few things to play with the rest of the morning. We appreciate y'all listening.
More Good Morning LKN with Justin Ckezepis is coming up on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Santa's coming to town. Come out to Birkdale Village from 2 to 7 p.m. this Saturday, the 18th. WSIC will be broadcasting live from the event. Activity Row, Birkdale on Ice, beer garden, dance performances, and the tree lighting parade. Dance away the end of the night with live music this Saturday. The fun begins at 2 p.m. and the tree lighting ceremony starts at 6. For more info, visit birkdalevillage.com. It is the last weekend of the season for the Davidson Farmers Market. Come out and enjoy the wonderful local vendors. Saturday from 9 until noon, the last weekend of the year for Davidson Farmers Market. For more info, visit davidsonfarmersmarket.org. Hit songs from the 1950s will have you wanting to boogie all night long. The Winter Dance Party, this Saturday night, Charles Mack Citizen Center. Doors open at 6. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit ourtownstage.com. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few are coming to Kane Center for the Arts this Saturday. Mike Ferris is a Dove Award-winning artist. Americana, rock, blues, and gospel. Come enjoy a fun night of great music. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few this Saturday. Doors open at 7 p.m. kanearts.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 19th. A non-stop outdoor family adventure. Huzzah! Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Revitalize your landscape with ease. Experience hassle-free transformations with Drum Landscape Supply's swift and reliable delivery service. Visit drumlandscapesupply.com today. Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop.
Call now to speak with Justin Ckezepis at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on the new 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 7:48 on this Monday, and it is the 13th. Not Friday the 13th, but Monday the 13th.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird. Bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
What's the word of the day?
Today's word of the day is ruminate.
Ruminate.
You ever heard this word?
I feel like I've heard it. It's very close to another word I know, illuminate.
Illuminate. This is ruminate.
Like roommate?
It's a verb.
It's what you do.
It's what you do.
I roommate.
Yeah, would you like to hear it in a sentence?
Please, sir.
Yes. Trying to find my notes here. The question got us ruminating the real value of wealth. Ruminate. For those following along at home, ruminate, R-U-M-I-N-A-T-E, ruminate.
Ruminate well. Think about, to ponder, to seek after, to...
Yeah, you're right on that.
To divulge in my mind about.
He ruminated over or about the implications of their decisions.
He thought through.
Thought through, yeah. I'd say you're pretty close to being on it. To contemplate or reflect.
I like contemplate.
Ruminate.
So it's formal.
Yeah.
Contemplate's a formal word.
Oh, yeah.
It's the formal, to formally think.
Yes, this is the formal definition of ruminate.
Ruminate.
Yes. To think carefully and deeply about something.
'Tis ruminating.
Oh.
To... Sorry, you
started so strong.
You accepted the conjugation so freely that I was quite surprised. It is ruminating to believe that Thanksgiving is quickly approaching. It is contemplating that. No, that doesn't work. I think I need to do that again. 'Tis ruminating. 'Tis thinking. Man, I don't know.
As a society, we must ruminate as to whether we are overlooking the delicious meals of Thanksgiving, being so anxious for Christmas.
To which? I like it. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you for
ruminate.
stepping in there. Thank you.
Ruminate. Sorry, you caught me off guard. I had to pull up some stuff.
No.
You fired it off quicker than I anticipated, which I like.
No, but I will do the walk of shame since you saved me.
I potted it all the way down, man.
You did. It's okay. You want to pot it back up?
I did. Wow, nice sentence, Justin.
That's how it goes around here. That's how it goes. It's because I'm sweating so much already. Hotworx was in here. I was sweating thinking about it. They had me working out in here. If you missed the social clip, go back. WSICnews.com, all the social platforms. They had me in here working out, talking about infrared light in my mind. I feel refreshed, though. I'd certainly feel refreshed.
The infrared light seems to be the key. A lot of health benefits to that infrared.
Is sweating in general is healthy, right? Isn't that a thing?
Sure.
Just anything that can help you sweat.
Sure. Like Mr. Miyagi says, though, too much of anything.
No good.
Never good.
Never good?
Never good.
How about water?
Too much of anything. Never good. No need to ruminate over that. Just take it to the bank.
He saw the mind churning over here. He saw the mind churning. You think Frank Wright's mind is churning this morning?
I would hope so. I would hope he's ruminating over how he thought that Eddie Pinheiro is going to hit a 59-yard field goal in the middle of the Windy City, Chicago.
You know, you got to do what you got to do.
No.
Not that?
Even the kicker didn't even look like he thought he could make it.
He doubted. Coach, are you sure you want me to do this right now?
All right, man.
You're telling me. This isn't going against me, though, in my record, right? Because you know I've never done this before.
No, I mean, we're just in a serious transition. We got some guys the offseason. It didn't work out. We took some chances there. I mean, don't lie. Everybody was excited going into the season. And now we just don't have a lot to show for it. But what's disappointing, I think, is that we don't have anything to root for. Like, nothing is like, every first down is like taxing.
Do you think like the team is a reflection of the city at all?
Probably yes and no. Probably.
Like
in some ways.
Like the more people that get shot, the worse the team's going to do?
No.
Like anything like that?
I certainly hope not. Are people getting shot like that?
Did you see there was an incident at the Premium Outlets, Charlotte Premium Outlets. You know where that's at? Down near Steel Creek? Another major shopping center had another incident. So Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department put this
lean into
out.
this, buddy.
Short.
Well, do you think if more people get shot, we'll do worse? I hope not.
Well, Friday night, it went off. It started popping.
I haven't heard about this. I'm sorry.
Shortly after 5 p.m., Steel Creek officers responded to an ADW call for service at the Charlotte Premium Outlets on New Fashion Way. Upon arrival, witnesses stated that two males were fighting in the parking lot when shots were heard. Preliminary investigation indicates that the victim was walking to his vehicle and encountered a suspect who was inside his vehicle attempting to steal it. A struggle ensued, and the suspect fired one shot. No one was struck. But the victim was pistol whipped by the suspect. At this time, there are no arrests. Steel Creek Division officers are continuing to heavily zone check and monitor the area, as well as parking lots. So another major shopping center of Charlotte, another incident. Who's the one who's in the Premium Outlets down there? It's Lacoste. Is Lacoste in that one? Tommy Hilfiger.
Gotta be.
I mean, look, let's get some up to Birkdale. Let's bring them up to Birkdale. Right. I've been saying, I told Maureen, I said, look, can we get some male clothing? She said, we got Southern Tide. I said, that's cool. Let's get some more.
Right.
So if any of those franchisees are looking to get out of that, come on up. Come on this way.
I like that. I like that.
You like the way I'm doing this?
I like the way you're doing that. You scoring Birkdale some points right there.
I mean, I don't want them to leave the area like these businesses. We want these businesses, but like, hey, if it's time for a change of scenery, grass is greener. You know what I mean?
That's true. Grass is like noticeably green in Birkdale.
I'm just saying, and Huntersville in general, because they have like 100% tree replacement rule in Huntersville too. So like they're big on trees. So
Are you excited about what we got going on this weekend at Birkdale? You want to tell the people about it before
do
we
I
head to break?
want to tell people about Birkdale this weekend? So it is the Christmas tree lighting parade this weekend in Birkdale.
Cue the horn. Yeah.
In addition to a lot of other fun events, so there's like these business pop-ups happening between 2 and 4 as well. Then the hangout, there's live music, there's ice skating, there's giveaways, there's all kinds of stuff happening.
Not a good old time and experience.
We'll be there from 2 to 7 on Saturday day. Saturday?
Saturday Yay Day.
Saturday Yay Day. We will be there. We will be broadcasting live. And the parade. Hopewell's marching band is in the parade.
I heard they're leading everything.
That with the guy with the baton in the front, you know what I mean?
DABAND.
That's how it works.
The band.
And we will be there broadcasting live for pretty much the whole event. I mean, we're not going to just like literally talk for 5 hours straight like we do on the morning show, but we...
What are we going to do then?
I was planning. I already was prepared. I packed my extra Red Bull with me.
It'll be fun to meet everyone. I don't think I've ever been to it, so I'm very excited.
We went last year. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. It wasn't the full day thing. There was, but this year just seems different. Like it's much more robust this year and all the stuff
They're doing it big.
Yeah.
They got the radio guys in town.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be right in front of a Suffolk Punch, the new 2-story beer garden. Yeah, Future. It's not done yet, but we will be pretty much right there in what was the roundabout. We'll be right there in the middle of the road.
We can go hit up Hotworx afterwards.
Yeah, we should. We should walk over to Hotworx and
walk.
Yeah, you can take the path. There's like a little path.
Emerald.
Yeah, And
our emerald necklace.
And then and then cut through on Westmoreland.
Are you running the emerald necklace this coming year?
That's a thing. I mean, I know the emerald necklaces, but there's you can run it.
I think you should be the first man to run it. 13 miles.
You want to do it with me?
I'll be riding the golf cart, me and Ben Daniels.
Well, how come you guys get to ride the golf cart? I gotta run.
I'm your coach, man. You're the guy. You're the face.
Do I get to stop, or do I have to do it continuous 13 miles?
You're not going to want to stop after the Hotworx training we do.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll do it. I don't want to accept that. Wait, that wasn't an official acceptance of an offer, by the way. That was
Clip it, Richard.
That was not an acceptance of an offer by any stretch of
13 miles.
That's not, I mean, that's long, but it's not like.
Justin, that is long. That is long.
Given my average is like a 14-minute mile, yeah, it's pretty long.
That is long.
Pretty long, yeah. 13 miles. Someone's going to do it.
They call that a half marathon, too. I think that's.
When is the Emerald Necklace going to be completed?
Waiting on you, buddy.
It just needs a runner. Just needs a runner. That's it. And I'm your guy. Wait, that's not an acceptance of an offer.
Yep, he's your guy.
I'd think about it, though. We're going to get a look at traffic at 8:15. So if you're about to hit the streets right now, you're just hitting them, we will get a look for you if you're going to be wondering why there's slowdowns, why there's accidents, why anything's going on. I'm not saying any of that stuff's happening. I'm just saying we're going to let you know when we talk to Jeff at 8:15.
Correct.
He knows. He's out there on the streets. He's out there figuring things out. It's Monday. We're getting close to holiday times. We're getting close to, being with family a lot more than we normally are the rest of the year. Special dishes. Favorite holiday dish, 844-STUDIO-4. Free Panthers gear for you for the first one with the favorite holiday dish. If you've got the recipe card, you also get a bonus gift. 844-STUDIO-4. That's 844-788-3464. Good morning, fam. Little news for you here. We'll be back.
The new 105.9, 100.7 WSIC, Statesville, W290DK, Mooresville, Lake Norman, North Charlotte.
The U.S. says hostage negotiations continue for Americans among over 200 hostages held by Hamas after Hamas claimed it was breaking off talks because of Israel's continued military pressure on the hospital in Gaza where Hamas is believed holed up underneath. Fox's Trey Yingst has more about how airstrikes continue to rattle northern Gaza.
The Israelis are using their air force to support their infantry troops on the ground. They've reportedly surrounded a number of hospitals, including the Al-Shifa Hospital, the largest hospital inside the Gaza Strip, where we understand there are still Palestinian patients inside, along with others who are sheltering in place. Now, the Israelis say they've left open the eastern side of the hospital for evacuations to the main evacuation corridor through the center part of the Strip. And they say overnight, they even offered to give the hospital fuel to ensure that they would be able to continue treating the injured Palestinians who are there, along with Palestinian babies who are inside the maternity ward of this hospital. Now, the Israelis say the Palestinians rejected this offer of fuel.
So now Palestinians claim 2 newborn babies died at the Gaza hospital due to fuel shortages as Hamas continues to wage its war with human shields. U.S. warplanes struck a pair of facilities in eastern Syria used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, where they train fighters, taking out 6 to 7 Iranian proxy fighters in retaliation for attacks against U.S. military bases. Meanwhile, Israeli troops on the ground in Gaza with the delicate mission of keeping civilians safe but eliminating Hamas soldiers. Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu.
We're proceeding as quickly as we can, but also as carefully as we can, because we want to minimize civilian casualties, and we want to minimize casualties on our side while maximizing the casualties on of the Hamas terrorists.
On NBC's Meet the Press, America is listening to Fox News.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Eyes on the prize no more. Senator Tim Scott, with a surprise announcement, says not now, suspending his GOP presidential campaign. Says he's not interested in the job of vice president.
Senator Scott had been gaining some traction in the polls this past summer, but he was still lagging behind Republican rivals former President Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He was on Fox's Sunday Night in America with Trey Gowdy when he announced he's suspending his campaign.
I think the voters who are the most remarkable people on the planet have been really clear that they're telling me not now, Tim.
The Hill says Scott started off that campaign last May with $22 million, but he's been burning through that. Scott had canceled several Iowa campaign events this weekend. Jill Nato, Fox News.
Tim Scott continues in the U.S. Senate, where there's plenty to do. Just days before a government shutdown deadline, newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson, with a big test of his skills, pitching Republicans on a 2-step funding plan to avert a shutdown, what Johnson describes as a laddered CR, or continuing resolution. Big takeaway, funding for Israel, Ukraine, or border security are not attached to the must-pass legislation. Johnson says the bill will stop the absurd holiday season omnibus tradition of loaded-up spending bills right before Christmas. But exactly how the bill would work is complicated. 5 U.S. service members killed Friday night, with the Pentagon confirming it was a special operations helicopter training exercise crash during refueling. The Black Hawk helicopter going down in the eastern Mediterranean. The special operators were there in support of the mission to defend U.S. troops overseas against expanding attacks. U.S. European Command confirms no indications of hostile activity. The crash now under investigation. I'm Therese Crowley. This is Fox News.
It's the
biggest shopping event of the season, the Southern Christmas Show, November 9th through 19th at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Naughty or nice, explore a nautical-inspired entrance filled with coastal Christmas charm. Plus, shop hundreds of booths to find one-of-a-kind gifts for everyone on your list. Buy tickets at southernChristmasShow.com. Online tickets courtesy of Kraft Body Scan.
Let's go to the Southern Christmas Show.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Good morning, LKN continues now on WSIC. News, talk, now.
Good morning, LKN. 8:06. Happy Monday to you. Whatever you're doing. Oh, my cup's empty. I ran out of coffee. Black powder. That's what it was in the cup, but it's so good I drank it all. It's hot. I don't care if it's 3 days old, as long as it's hot. That's all I care about. I don't drink cold brew. Do you drink cold brew, Bill? Have we talked about this?
We talk about it like every 3 weeks.
Do you drink cold brew?
I will.
Did you drink cold brew in the past week?
I have not.
Past 2 weeks?
I have not.
Past 3 weeks?
I don't think I've had any cold brew since the first time on this show you asked me if I have had cold brew. And I said, yeah, I think I've had it before. And you said, oh, so you like cold brew? And I was like, well, yeah, I do like cold brew. I don't really order it that often, but sometimes I get it. And then you were like, oh, you like cold brew. Your brew's not, my warm brew's not good enough for you.
Did I berate you like that?
Yeah.
I don't think I would do such a thing.
I mean, these are several therapy sessions of unpacking.
Like I'm getting therapy, or like you feel
I'm
like as
getting
if
it.
I give you therapy?
Nope. I go outside of my work on my own time.
To the therapist?
To seek help.
Because of the nonsense that takes place here on most days?
Correct. I don't, but
isn't
I
you
should
don't
probably
want
talk to
you?
somebody.
Oh, well, we all should
It's
talk
all
to somebody.
it's all good. It's good to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, everybody needs to talk to somebody. Nick Saban's been talking to people.
Who has Nick Saban been talking to?
Nick
And it
Saban.
always worries me when you look at the computer and then look at me and tell me about Nick Saban.
Did you know that he okay? So you know who he is.
I know who Nick Saban is. Coach Saban. Roll
He's,
Tide.
he's still a coach.
Yes.
He also he's been quietly building quite an empire behind the scenes.
Oh, down there in Tuscaloosa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You know about it?
I've heard, yeah.
What have you heard?
That he owns a bunch of car dealerships.
A bunch of car dealerships.
A bunch of car dealerships.
A bunch. 10 car dealerships, employs over 500 people. I would have never guessed this about this man. He's been building. He's been talking to people. He knows something.
Employs
He's figured it out.
500 season ticket holders.
Yes. Recently closed a $700 million deal, by the way. Did you hear about that one?
No, with who? What's he doing?
He grew up in a mining town in West Virginia. His dad owned a gas station, so he started out to make more money. He started to make more money in coaching. You know, he makes over $100 million at Alabama, right?
Yeah.
But he started investing in car dealerships. So instead of working at them, he just owns them.
Right.
Smart man.
Right.
So he partnered with Joe Agresti in 2013. Don't know if
Okay.
you know who he is. I'm assuming he's a big guy in the car dealership, because he already owned a car dealership in Louisiana. And the two decided to launch Dream Motor Group.
Okay.
Dream Motor Group purchased its first dealership in Birmingham, Alabama, and they've expanded. Dream Motor Group now owns 10 car dealerships across Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. So now you wonder if he's cheating. This is where I was getting to. Now you wonder if he's cheating, because he's going to all these states, around all these other teams. Is Nick Saban cheating? Is that happening? Because he's so close to all these schools now. He's got inside information beyond, the dealership. He's probably a sponsor of some of these schools that they're playing against.
Right.
Is he cheating?
Sounds like he's winning.
Here's the other thing. It's not just like normal. It's not just like Ford. He just opened a Ferrari dealership.
Right. That's awesome. It's got to help land some recruits, I would imagine.
Well, now he's probably putting money in Swiss bank accounts. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's allowed?
Is it not?
I don't know. Never been to Switzerland.
We should put some money in a Swiss account.
I don't think they won't take my couple bucks. They won't. I don't think you got to have like a
No.
minimum.
We got assets.
You got to have like minimums.
I got minimums.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
$2.
That's all I got is
what-
minimums.
That's it. Oh, that's what you needed?
Oh,
Why
if
didn't
you
say
worried
that at
about
first?
minimums? Oh,
You should have said that the
I thought
first
you're about
place.
to come up with some maximum stuff. I do not have that. I'm a minimum guy.
So back in the news after purchasing 2 Florida dealerships for $700 million. So these dealerships are big dealerships now. Is
Right.
it the right time to be buying a Ferrari dealership? Is now the right time in the market? Like, oh, economy looks like it's going to take a big old dump. Ferrari.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Maybe that market is
Right.
not hurt.
Right.
'Cause
Maybe
they
it's
got
just
all
a
that
little
money.
Yeah, maybe it's just a little gloom news.
You seen a Ferrari on the streets recently?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
In
Yes.
Charlotte, in Corntown?
In Charlotte.
Is it common?
No. No, definitely like stop and point and be like,
Ferrari!
Grace, look. You didn't look.
Was it red?
You didn't look.
Was it red?
I've seen a red one. I've seen some crazy ones, like a mirror.
I don't like red cars at all. Like if you drive a red car, ew.
Okay.
But a Ferrari red car,
You don't like a little Coke red?
I just like red is de facto, like statistically, the car that gets the most speeding tickets.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with how you feel about it.
It does for me.
Okay.
I don't want no speeding tickets. I don't want to be judged
Right.
based on the color of my car.
I don't think anybody does.
That's not a protected class. Color of your car is not a protected class.
Mm.
So people can judge you all day without any retribution or repercussions. Who's got the retribution? Who's repercussioning?
I'm not sure.
Well, Ferrari would be my exception to the rule.
Okay. You'll take any color Ferrari?
Any color? I don't say any color.
Right.
Pink? Probably not pink.
Oh.
I'm just not a pink guy. I've worn pink before. Like real men wear pink. I've worn pink before.
Right.
In high school.
It's okay for a color to not be your favorite.
Yeah.
I'd say pink's kind of down there for me as well.
I like purple more than I like pink.
Same.
I think just like from a color spectrum perspective.
Yeah.
My most favorite color nowadays is green.
Big green guy.
See, but like there's variations of green, you know? We
Of
saw some
course.
friends yesterday at the park that she was rocking like some olive green.
I have on a couple different greens.
You do today.
Got
Yeah.
on some like green and
You,
then
you do have
some
green on green. You got like forest green
and then
underneath like an olive green. Like your olive green on top and then a forest green. Or is it forest on top and
olive?
No, olive is more closer to the top. Your jacket you got. WSICnews.com, all the social platforms. Bill, go ahead and pull it on the bullpen here. Let me
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's olive green on top, and I would say more forest green underneath. But the top could also be considered a forest green depending on what expansion pack of crayons you've got. That's kind of the crazy thing about crayon packs. They've changed. What was the original crayon pack? Like 8 crayons, 10 crayons, something like that? Now you go to the restaurant, you only got 3. The cool part is the restaurants that know what they're doing when they give you the kids crayon packs, they've only got primary colors because
Right.
they know how the game works.
Right.
Red, blue, yellow is all you need.
This is all you need.
You can make all the colors you want with this. Did you know that? All the colors are made from 3 colors?
I did know that.
Primary.
Primary, baby.
I'm about that primary life. Kind of. I like coloring.
What you know about tertiary colors?
Educate me.
All right, I have to figure out how to articulate my.
Well, you got 40 seconds.
It's like take the color wheel, one color, and then another color, and then somewhere there's a third color, and that's going to be your tertiary.
Oh, you're talking about like combining the 3?
No, it's where they link up and where they meet is your tertiary. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know me, man. They just I just sit back here and press the buttons.
It's like a spectrum when the 3 point together.
Right.
And where they cross over on the matrix.
Right there, somewhere is your tertiary.
You got tertiary. What's the tertiary of red, blue, and yellow?
I think tertiary of red is like a teal, like an aqua.
Of red?
Of red. I'll show you, man. Tertiary.
More Good Morning LKN with Justin Ckezepis is coming up on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Santa is coming to town. Come out to Birkdale Village from 2 to 7 p.m. this Saturday, the 18th. WSIC will be broadcasting live from the event. Activity Row, Birkdale on Ice, beer garden, dance performances, and the tree lighting parade. Dance away the end of the night with live music this Saturday. The fun begins at 2 p.m. and the tree lighting ceremony starts at 6. For more info, visit birkdalevillage.com. It is the last weekend of the season for the Davidson Farmers Market. Come out and enjoy the wonderful local vendors. Saturday from 9 until noon, the last weekend of the year for Davidson Farmers Market. For more info, visit davidsonfarmersmarket.org. Hit songs from the 1950s will have you wanting to boogie all night long. The Winter Dance Party this Saturday night, Charles Mack Citizen Center. Doors open at 6. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit ourtownstage.com. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few are coming to Kane Center for the Arts this Saturday. Mike Ferris is a Dove Award-winning artist. Americana, rock, blues, and gospel. Come enjoy a fun night of great music. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few this Saturday. Doors open at 7 p.m. kanearts.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 19th. Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Now, more stimulating talk for Lake Norman Statesville with Justin Ckezepis. It's Good Morning LKN on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKM. 8:18. Coming in hot. We're going to get a look at the streets real quick. Jeff with iCats is on the phone. RideICats.com, alternative transportation. $3 to commute to the city of Charlotte. Jeff, how are the streets looking this morning?
Good morning, Justin. 77 south, around the Langtree area, down to Huntersville. There's heavy congestion in several spots. It slows down. When you get into the Queen City, traffic slows down around the Brookshire Freeway. 77 north in the Huntersville area, Cornelius area, there's pockets of heavy traffic. Just be aware and slow down. I haven't heard of any issues on the secondary roads in the Statesville-Mooresville area, and there's no accidents reported this time.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate you. I'm not going to make you use up the voice you've got left after you cheered on your Tar Heels this weekend, but we do appreciate you, Jeff, and look forward to chatting with you tomorrow.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Jeff with iCats, RideICats.com, alternative transportation. $3 to commute to the city of Charlotte, RideICats.com. All right, a lot of safety concerns these days, a lot of articles out there. So we had to bring back someone who is familiar with that situation. Alan Glickman, who joined us previously on Good Morning LKN, owner of Community Safety Center. Alan, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are we doing?
Doing okay. You a primary color guy, or kind of what's your favorite color?
I think I leaned a little bit towards blue.
Okay, blue on the spectrum. So you're, I can't remember the term that Bill used before, but you're, what was it called, Bill? Hold on, he's coming on.
Tertiary.
Tertiary. What's the tertiary of blue? He's going to look it up real quick.
Oh, yeah. Got me. Oh, all
Like
right.
an orange.
It's like an orange.
So
I don't know why that's relevant.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know how you get from blue to orange with tertiary. I'm still confused by that. I was hoping that was what you were going to help me understand, but probably something better that you can help me understand is how to stay safe when I'm out and about. You watched the news recently, Alan?
I watch the news daily.
Should people be concerned when they go out nowadays? Because it seems like a lot of times newscasts have a lot of violence, and even my Twitter feed, right? Like there's a lot of fighting on my Twitter feed. I don't know why. I thought I was going to be able to control that, but it doesn't seem like I can. What's going on in the world that people should be paying attention to, would you say?
They should be paying attention to themselves and their surroundings. There's no question that things have escalated from everywhere, from going to the movie theater to driving the car in road rage and everywhere else.
So if I'm going, like, let's say to Lowe's Home Improvement on Sanford Road, like locally in the community, do I need to be concerned, like with my safety and my family's safety walking into that store?
Absolutely, without any question. You know, we don't know when something's going to go bad, whether it's road rage or whether it's just walking into the store, the parking lot itself. I think we need to be more aware of our surroundings than ever before.
I grew up watching Power Rangers, so kung fu, karate, that kind of stuff. Should people all have a baseline of karate in life?
Any training, anything that you can take for training includes not just the whether it's a firearm or whether it's martial arts or whatever. It's the awareness techniques. It's being tuned into your surroundings, which so much of us just take for granted and don't recognize something. I love the line when somebody says that he came out of nowhere. I'm not quite sure where nowhere is.
You don't actually teach firearms courses. You do teach a course, but you don't teach firearm courses. We obviously have relationships with some firearm training instructors, Apache Solutions being one of those. But your training courses typically deal with, how would you describe it? Like scenarios of just preparedness, non-firearms related, or what would be the best way to describe it, would you say?
I encourage people to take any course they can if, in fact, they're concerned with their safety. Our course really is a follow-up to any of those where firearms or martial arts will teach you how to use tools. We deal with how to avoid a conflict completely. At Community Safety Center, we teach awareness techniques, distance techniques, much like police officers learn how to avoid a conflict.
My daughter's 2, and I've began teaching her, and I'll give you the G-rated version, kick him in the shin. Is that okay for me to teach my daughter that this early on?
Well, I happen to know your daughter and your wife, so I'm going to pass, and I think we should ruminate on something different.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm getting the point over here. Like, that's strong wisdom. So I'll move on from that.
He used the word of the day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I tried to throw that in there.
You win.
He does it better than I can even do. Not even I've done that. So there you go.
I don't know what I win.
Maybe
I don't
some
know what
Panthers.
I win, but
You a
I'll
Panthers fan,
take it.
Alan? You a Panthers fan still, or no? Have you given up?
I have been in prior years.
You're from Massachusetts. Are you a Patriots fan?
I am definitely a Boston fan all the way around.
Oh, so you're doing just as bad as we are this year.
Right? At this moment, I'm a Celtics fan.
A Celtics fan. There you go. Okay. All right. So personal safety classes for
Who's
women.
ever winning?
Yeah. Personal safety classes for women seems to be a big avenue for Community Safety Center. So for the women wondering, hey, all this violence in the world, all these things going on, if they were to take one of your courses, what would they expect?
They expect a good down-to-earth understanding of awareness, your distance techniques, not getting into a situation, what we call conflict avoidance, as well as just knowing how to move along and get away. Let it go.
Is there different situations as far as, and obviously it is, you're out and about versus in your home? Nobody likes the idea of thinking about a home break-in, but do you teach on that as part of your course or no?
We do, and we certainly go into an aggressive Q&A, question and answer. So wherever a person has their most concerns, we will dwell on during the class. But, even in our own home, we hear a noise in the middle of the night or something's going on, and we tend to go too far. I mean, there's a telephone, call 911. They'll certainly send an officer by the house in the neighborhood, check it out. That's what they do for a living. They're there for you and I. So that, and I'm a firm believer, just from a safety technique, is keep your car keys, your key fob, on your night table. You think you hear something outside, just press the alarm. It'll shut off automatically. You might wake up a few neighbors, but either way, you shut it off afterwards, go back to sleep, relax.
It seems like it's almost too simple. Is that a common thing that you get it as far as like a response to your course? Like, wait, it's so simple, it doesn't seem like it really would work.
It does work, and it's those simple things. It's when we ignore a possible or a potential, when we don't trust our intuition, our instinct, that we walk into something and get into it deeper than we should be. It is simple.
What's the mindset?
Just walk away. Just let it go.
What? Because preparedness also is like being in like ready stance. You know what I mean? Like, so in your mind, can you define what like ready stance people should be in when they're out and about?
Well, there's a couple things. If it's before a confrontation, it's knowing where your exits are. I don't care what restaurant, I don't care what movie theater, I don't care. We go in an airplane, and one of the first things they do is show us where the exits are. Duh. I mean, how simple is that? They count the number of rows to the closest exit. And we need to practice that just as a second nature type of a feeling of if something doesn't look right, it doesn't smell right, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't seem right. It's time to know where those exits are. And, TSA, law enforcement teach, run, hide, fight. It really is that key first word of run or walk. Get away from a situation as soon as you don't feel comfortable. I don't even care if it's a person, an individual, a relative at a family event or at a party or something. Trust your instinct. Trust your intuition.
Alan Glickman of Community Safety Center joining us this morning on the phone. Personal safety classes for women, expert personal safety and awareness training around the Charlotte area. Alan, if someone wanted to book a course with you, whether in their home or corporate event, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
The website itself, communitysafetycenter.com, is the best. Email is the word safety, CTRE, looks like center, safety, CTRE at Gmail. And if you work, get the boss to host a class. Friends, family, employees, teammates, any business, wherever you work, if they host a class, we'll be there.
All right, Alan Glickman, we appreciate you joining us this morning, sir. And we definitely hope everyone stays safe out there and is aware. The last thing we want is anybody to get hurt, and part of that is just having a mindset of preparedness. So we appreciate you, Alan.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, take care. So Alan knew the word of the day. I didn't even catch that he used it. I'm not going to lie to you right now.
I know you didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it, and I'm so sorry for that.
Ruminate.
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 I got to do a better job actively listening.
I know. I know. I know.
You know who does a good job listening? Joe Berg.
Yes.
And we're going to talk sports with Joe Berg on the other side of this. He's going to be coming to us from Studio A. I assume he's there. We'll find out here in a couple of minutes.
There's more Good Morning LKN on the way from the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Folks, you know Randy Marion sells vehicles the King of Price way, but did you know our service department? We service vehicles the King of Price way. We sell tires, we sell brakes, we sell batteries, we sell the maintenance. We help you keep your vehicle on the road safe, ready to drive, whatever the season is. Randy Marion service departments have you covered. Come see us today because, folks, again, you know we sell the King of Price way and we do service the King of Price way.
King of Price, RandyMarionStatesville.com.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
In life, we plan for many important things. Weddings, our children's education, retirement. A celebration of life is really no different. Planning and paying for your life celebration in advance will give you and your family valuable peace of mind. We'll help you take care of every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Lynn Honeycutt Funeral Home. Find us at DignityMemorial.com.
The Statesville Family YMCA reminds you that older adults and those with chronic health conditions don't need to feel they must accept impaired balance and limited mobility. Build strength, improve balance, and gain confidence in your mobility through the Moving for Better Balance program. For questions and additional information, email C. Mullins at ymcanwnc.org.
How do you know which vitamins, herbs, or homeopathics are right for you? Come to Lowry Drug. You will be amazed at our selection of natural products, including vitamins, minerals, protein supplements, herbs, homeopathics, essential oils, and Bach flower remedies. We have quality products and smart selection for your better health. Come see us at Lowry Drug on Harkness Road in Statesville. Call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
Looking for a great way to say thank you to your employees, connect with your customers, or send a holiday gift? Black Powder Coffee can customize a coffee and tea basket or box for you. And don't miss out on Black Powder Coffee's Holiday Blend. A smooth flavor profile with a bright beginning, buttery caramel, and baked chocolate finish. Black Powder Coffee, 261 Rolling Hill Road, or online at blackpowdercoffee.com.
Good Morning LKN continues now on WSIC. News, talk, now.
Good morning, LKN. 8:33 on this Monday. Happy Monday to you. The 13th. Monday the 13th. Always a sketch day. Maybe that explains why the Panthers are doing so bad. Let's find out. Joe Berg, WSIC sports director, coming from Studio A right now. Joe, is Monday the 13th the reason why the Panthers are doing so terrible?
It might be. I mean, we got to find some reason, right?
We could just make it up at this point. I feel like that's safer. How was the world of sports over the weekend?
Well, there's quite a bit going on.
Is there?
Yeah, we got local high school football playoffs.
How's that going?
Well, unfortunately, the two teams that we've been covering the past few weeks, the Mooresville Blue Devils and Statesville Greyhounds, both lost on Friday.
Ouch.
So their seasons have officially ended. All Iredell Statesville school football seasons have ended, and there's really not any local area teams still in the playoffs.
But there's always basketball.
There is always basketball right around the corner.
How about the NFL? NFL is drawing close to the end already. At least it feels like it should. What is going on in the NFL?
Yeah, it is time to start looking at the playoff picture because we are 10 weeks into the season now. I think it's official. We can say the Panthers will not be making the playoffs after
No,
losing.
say it's not so, Joe.
I know, and the other team that fans of the Panthers should be keeping an eye on is the Houston Texans. Why? Because that's the team that took C.J. Stroud. It was Bryce Young versus C.J. Stroud for the number 1 overall pick. And the Texans are 5-4 right now after beating the Bengals on a last-minute drive yesterday. I think you're going to start hearing a lot more rumblings of did the Panthers make the wrong decision in terms of their draft pick for the number 1 overall pick.
How close are the Texans and the Panthers making a deal trading Frank Wright for C.J. Stroud?
I don't know if anybody would want Frank Reich right now. That's the thing. A failed stint in Indianapolis, followed by a pretty bad start here in Carolina. He's one of those coaches where he just kind of hops around. And you see other teams, and I'm going to use the Texans as an example, hiring first-time head coaches. And it's working out for them. So I don't know if anybody's going to want Frank Reich after this.
Yeah, tell that to Matt Rule. Anyway, go ahead. What else?
Yeah, poor Matt Rule. He's back in college now.
Who's the other coach, Bill, that we were talking about yesterday? Who's the other coach? $76 million guaranteed.
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo Fisher.
Oh, boy.
I should have been a coach.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how his buyout is bigger than like the GDP of some nations. So
fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of money. And then I'm gonna get angry with college football for a second because it was the coaches who were mad that the players were gonna start getting paid, and now here they are making millions and millions of dollars to get fired.
To not coach.
Exactly. Let's move on.
This is America.
I'm gonna get too angry.
Are you?
I am, because it's ridiculous that the coaches don't want players to get paid while they're turning around and signing 8-year, $100 million contracts or whatever it is.
What makes you more angry, that situation in the NCAA or how terrible baseball is?
Oh, my goodness.
Which
Do you
one
want to talk? We could talk baseball if you'd like.
Is anything even going on in baseball right now, or are they still in the Bahamas?
It's award season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's winning?
Oh, man. The one that I think is pretty much guaranteed is the AL Cy Young. That one, it feels like, is the most lopsided. I think we're going to see Garrett Cole win that one. Everything else, probably NL MVP is going to be close. Yeah, I can't say with certainty one person is going to win this.
All right, what about basketball? What's going on? I heard some drama with LeBron James or something yesterday, how old he is, and then something about comparing him to Harden, and because Harden's partying at the club all the time or something like that. What's going on there?
Yeah, so Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant are all averaging over 29 points a game to start the year, which is the highest for it's 2 of the 5 highest points per games to start a season for any player over 35 ever. They aren't too old. LeBron's not too old. LeBron is still good.
Is that it?
That's pretty much it.
When do you think LeBron retires?
After he plays a year with his son.
When's his son going to play?
He might come out next year. I think that's the way that he should go, because I just don't think that if he comes out, after his first year in college this year, he's not going to be a top pick, and he's not ready. There's actually people that think his younger son is going to be the better basketball talent, but he's not going to make it until his younger son gets into the NBA.
Isn't that what the new Space Jam was all about? Like the whole dynamic of a dad playing basketball and his son, like trying to force him to follow the same road.
I missed that one.
You didn't see the new Space Jam?
I missed the new Space Jam. Yeah.
I watched about 10 minutes of it and then turned it off. Okay, so racing is now over. Is there any news, though, in NASCAR? Are they changing the rules? You got F1 going on. Anything fun and exciting?
Yeah, well, so Formula One's going to be in Las Vegas coming up this weekend, which is going to be incredible. Can't wait for that.
Incredible for everyone except for those who live in Las Vegas?
Well, I've seen things about Las Vegas saying that the ticket prices have been dropping drastically.
Oh, have you heard that?
Oh, boy. It is insane. It started out like $7,000 for a package, and now it's under $1,000 for a 3-day pass. And hotel prices are now average for a regular weekend.
So you just go to you just happen to be there, and there's an F1 race going on in the middle of downtown Vegas on the Strip.
Yeah, and apparently they're gonna find people who have a view of the track, whether it's from a hotel or like a high-rise house. I don't know, but I've seen where they're gonna try to find people who have views who aren't paying for tickets and block their views.
Okay, they can relax.
It's a little insane if you ask me.
If I'm walking down the street and I can catch a glimpse, are they going to take my eyes?
They might take your money.
All right, they can have my eyes.
Are you going to watch the race, Joe?
That one I'm absolutely going to watch. I'm very excited for that because the track looks pretty cool in the straightaway of them going down the strip. Like, it's going to be one of the longest straightaways in Formula One, so there's going to be a lot of action.
Is the environmental folks getting upset about the whole tree removal thing? Are they saying anything at this point?
Can't get mad at F1 for environmental. I think everything they do is net. I think they're net zero emissions, even on transporting the vehicles and everything.
How is that possible?
Well, they try really hard. They don't have those loud engines anymore, and it's really unfortunate. They've got engines that are a lot more environmental friendly. The way that they transport things from country to country has become a lot more friendly. The only other thing that they can do to probably help with the environment a little more is change around the way that the schedule is, because
we help with the environment based on the schedule? What are we talking about right now? They burn fuel, they use rubber tires.
They race all over the world.
Where are they putting it back into the environment to be
They
net
are
positive? Tell me
all over the world. So
carbon neutral.
all
Free
that
some
travel,
commercials really
carbon
made it-
neutral.
yeah,
all
marketing
that
is strong.
travel,
Yeah.
all that travel is definitely not great, right?
Okay.
So what they could do is make the schedule a little bit differently. That way they're not going to the Western Hemisphere, back to the Eastern
me a
Hemisphere,
full.
back to the West.
I need a full time out here for a second. How are they net positive on carbon emissions at all?
They're
I
carbon
have
neutral.
no idea. I'm
They're
not
carbon neutral.
How are they carbon neutral? Where are they putting it back into a positive, though?
All of their cars are, I don't know, built green, hybrid.
They're
Hybrids?
they're
Or
pretty
electric,
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of electric stuff in the cars now. It's insane.
I can't with you two right now. All right, so F1.
Do you watch Formula One at all?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll turn it on.
Who's your favorite driver?
Your boy Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm only learning that because of Bill. Bill introduced me to F1, so Hamilton's my guy.
Well,
so.
we should watch Las Vegas. They're fun to
Yeah,
watch.
we can definitely watch Las
They're
Vegas.
only like 90-minute races. So.
You guys are just throwing me off with this whole carbon neutral thing.
We'll look at
for
it.
Racing.
It's
Yeah,
pretty.
we should
It's
look
pretty.
at it.
They like make a big deal about it.
I'm sure they do. I would
But I
love
know
to
you got something to say.
I would love to see where they're putting it back into the environment in a positive sense to be carbon neutral. But anyway,
There's a whole article on the Formula One website, if you were curious, how Formula One is going to meet its ambitious target by
Is it
2023.
Oh, 2023?
Yeah, 2030.
Oh, 2030. So we got 10 years before we got to delay that timeline again.
10
got
years?
It. Okay, got it. Okay, that's okay.
It's
What else is going on in the
2020
world? Yeah, what's going on in the world of sports besides racing right now in basketball? Is any other sport being played besides basketball?
We got hockey.
F1? Hockey's back, huh?
Hockey's back.
How you feeling about it this year?
Look, the Hurricanes are a good team, and I will continue to beat this horse until they fix it. They need a new goaltender. They need a real number one goaltender, because there has been no instances in the last 10 years of some guy who's just okay winning a Stanley Cup. Hurricanes are good, don't get me wrong. Second in the Metro, 9-6 to start the year. That's a very good start, but they're having goaltender issues already. Age is becoming a factor with them. They had to sign somebody off the street to make sure they had enough goaltenders. And, once we get to the playoffs, it could be the same old story.
Did you play goalie?
No, I didn't play ice hockey or competitive hockey until a year ago. Started rec league hockey, street hockey.
You a defender? Where you play mid?
Yeah,
What do you play?
yeah.
Bruiser. He's a goon out there.
You know, before we go, I got to say, we had our rec league championship and we won. And this guy scored a goal and an assist in the championship
You got to
game,
lead with
so-
that stuff, man. That's great.
I thought we were going to lead
Congrats.
with me spilling my coffee on myself.
I did show Justin the video.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice. Joe Berg, WSIC Sports Director. Thanks, Joe.
Yep.
Keep it right here. Justin will be right back with more Good Morning LKN on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Santa is coming to town. Come out to Birkdale Village from 2 to 7 p.m. this Saturday, the 18th. WSIC will be broadcasting live from the event. Activity Row, Birkdale on Ice, beer garden, dance performances, and the tree lighting parade. Dance away the end of the night with live music this Saturday. The fun begins at 2 p.m. and the tree lighting ceremony starts at 6. For more info, visit birkdalevillage.com. It is the last weekend of the season for the Davidson Farmers Market. Come out and enjoy the wonderful local vendors. Saturday from 9 until noon, the last weekend of the year for Davidson Farmers Market. For more info, visit davidsonfarmersmarket.org. Hit songs from the 1950s will have you wanting to boogie all night long. The Winter Dance Party this Saturday night, Charles Mack Citizen Center. Doors open at 6. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit ourtownstage.com. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few are coming to Kane Center for the Arts this Saturday. Mike Ferris is a Dove Award winning artist. Americana, rock, blues, and gospel. Come enjoy a fun night of great music. Mike Ferris and the Fortunate Few this Saturday. Doors open at 7 p.m. kanearts.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 19th. Save your dates. Don't miss the Renaissance Festival. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
And now for a look at your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. As you head out of the weekend into this Monday morning, you'll have mostly sunny skies. Your afternoon high will be getting near 61 degrees.
My bigger thing is when's the
Partly cloudy heading into the night tonight. Low temperature, 37 degrees. That fall weather is finally upon us. This has been your weather forecast from the WSIC Weather Center.
Call now to speak with Justin Ckezepis at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:48 on this Monday. Thanks again to Joe Berg, WSIC Sports Director. You can catch him Monday through Friday on the scoreboard with Joe Berg. That's 6 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Let's get a little news action going on. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, no, sir.
Did you see this article that I'm literally showing you right now?
I do see this.
Yes, I'll just put it on the big screen TV in there in the studio. For our digital audience, it'd be kind of hard to see this.
The problem really is with this article, it'd be to rehash it given the date right there under the headline.
Oh yeah, we're not even gonna discuss that.
Probably not. I
Did
was
you
ready
know,
for it though. you
so
know.
tonight, Huntersville chooses its version of NC 73 interchange that will be widened in the future. All right, so they got a couple options, of which I'm not sure of all the options. Sounds like down there on Beatty's Ford, I think they're going to expand that out a little bit more. 73 Beatty's Ford, and probably several other locations down as you get closer to 16.
It's interesting to me because is that happening? That's happening. I don't know if that's happening tonight or not.
It may have already happened.
Yeah, I think this one already happened. Here was my thought on this with the redesign of 73.
What you got?
It was so close, like, to an election,
I
and
see.
shouldn't this have been tabled
Mm-hmm.
to a point in the future that the new board would make a decision?
Right.
Because it's kind of like, why take up such a big thing? Like, let's let the people decide kind of the direction almost.
Right.
Like, where do these new people stand on transportation? We've spoken previously about
Real quick before I go, pass it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's what they said on the way out. If there were new county commissioners. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, we're going to pass this project.
Yeah, and then walk out the door.
Right.
Yeah. And that's really the concern, right? Is what's the right direction? But I still, to be honest with you, and we even hosted candidate forums, right, with the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Nobody can answer the question of how do you pay for these roads? Nobody can answer it. Nobody's willing to answer it with the actual real-time solutions that take place. You've got a limited couple of options. Here's where the two main ones funnel back to. There's three, but one of them being grant writing at the federal level is just too complicated, takes too long, and you're never really going to move the needle forward in a timely fashion. So to do it in a timely fashion, you've got two options. You either raise taxes, thus creating a new funding mechanism that gears toward, improvement projects, particularly for roads, or the second option is you charge the developer. I mean, is there another route? Like how else do you pay for it? Somebody's got to pay for this stuff.
Could we not just print money and just kind of like
let
it
what
go
the
by the wayside?
federal government does. That's
yeah,
what the
but we could
federal
get
government
kind of the same machine they have.
Just borrow theirs, maybe?
Right.
Maybe we can rent it.
Right.
Lease it?
Right.
License it.
We'll pay him back.
IOU. Over time.
Right.
Wink, wink. Yeah, that's an option. I don't think that one works out very well in the long term. So for roads and all these conversations about roads and the DOT, and Mayor-elect Chris Carney was in studio on Friday, and he did make a good point. It's not like Raleigh is approving 250-unit apartment complexes.
Sure.
So to go to Raleigh and say, hey, pay for this, and I'm not saying Raleigh should pay for it. I am of the belief that control needs to be brought back down locally. I am of the belief that, okay, well, if tax dollars are being put into a pot in Raleigh, how are they being allocated? Is it a formula? Is it just lobbyism? I mean, how is it being allocated? I think that's a fair conversation to be transparent on. We've got great leadership, and I'm not saying that people aren't out here advocating for our roads. That's not what I'm saying. They are. We do have some strong infrastructure in certain locations. It's just some of our primary infrastructure right now is lacking heavily. 150, 73, Catawba Avenue. Gilead is now getting the diverging diamond. You excited about that on Exit 23, Bill, the diverging diamond?
It will be exciting.
Yeah, now we're going to be matching. 28 and 23 will be matching.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like twinsies.
Nice. I like that.
Like Swifties.
I like that. 25 is not going to get nothing cool.
25, well, 73 is doing something.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when they changed the whole loop around to 21, where rather than make a left from Sanford onto 21, Statesville North, you now have to loop around? That's exciting. So there's a lot of that creativity that's happening in Raleigh. That's a good thing, right? I guess, should we be happy about that?
Yes.
There's a diverging diamond in Statesville, too, when you come off 40 on the Statesville exit.
Wow. Diverging diamond.
What I
feel like that's like the solution, new.
When in doubt?
Yeah, when in doubt. Should we just put the diverging diamond?
It seems to work well.
People really like it.
They really love it around here.
Did you a big soccer guy?
I don't mind it.
Right.
I used to remember there was a stint where I was watching Champion.
Right.
I
Very
was
cool.
watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soccer's good on an international level.
Yes. Yes. So Megan Rapinoe just played she had like a farewell regular season game, right? It was going to be like her big finale.
Sure.
And then she got hurt about 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, she blamed God. She said that's proof there's no God.
Right. I was going to ask for your thoughts.
She clearly probably has some trauma in her life. She needs to sit down probably on a couch with somebody and have some conversations. She probably has nobody to talk to. That would be my guess. Yeah.
Well, dang, you surmised that really quickly. I was willing to rip this Megan Rapinoe to shreds here, but I guess not.
Well, we can say that
hope
about
she's
any
not hurt.
incident, right?
Yeah.
Like people think that's the way God works. It's like, well, God allowed, or that bad things happen, so it must. That's just not how life really works, right?
Sure.
Like, why God allows things to happen, I'll never know. You know what I
Right.
mean? I can't answer that question, and if you're looking for me to give you that answer, I can't, because bad things happen every day in the world, and we scratch our head wondering why. I think it relates back to the beginning of free choice. God said He'll never take away choice; He will allow choice to happen. And when you put a bunch of people with free choice in a petri dish together,
Sure.
this is what it looks like.
Right.
Now, when he's gonna come back and do all that, that's what's up for debate. So she'll learn. Everybody will. We all will one day. We'll all know the answer at some point because we all gonna die.
That's a fact, Jack.
Just like taxes, paying taxes and death. Those two things are guaranteed.
I feel like somebody's about to walk inside the studio right now.
It sounded like somebody is. You know who you call too. If you want to prep for life, you call Bunch Johnson and Lynn Honeycutt. That's who you holler at. You holler at Bunch Johnson and Lynn Honeycutt. Will and Max, and Lori over there, that team, they'll take care of you. They'll take care of you.
We got Ben Daniels in the studio.
I see that. Come on in, Benjamin. What you bring? You bring me some goodies?
He brought some real
Happy Monday. What you got?
bagels and food.
Oh, you did?
He didn't bring this.
You didn't bring Oliver in here, did you?
He didn't bring this
What
candy.
you got? Oh, Brugger's? Let's see what you got in the Brugger's bag here real quick. Who's got the best bagels in Lake Norman? 844 Studio 4. Ben Daniel says it's Brugger's. What you got there?
All right, a live unboxing here. We got Justin is in the building here. I can get you dialed in there. There you
Garden
go.
veggie.
Garden veggie on the sauce?
Got
Ooh,
garden
the honey-
veggie on it.
The honey walnut, too? Look at the honey walnut he's got going on.
What do you
here.
think about that?
I love honey walnut. I love me some honey.
We have a spread. Are we gonna like meet or something?
Do we have a
this?
meeting?
Yes, we have a meeting, Bill. I invited it to you on Friday.
There's some forks, too.
I hope you're going to be here.
I'll put that. I think he's
I'm
here right
busy.
now. Did you hear Hotworx this morning?
Hotworx, great. It sounds like something that I'm really not into working out, but
we get in there and sweat it up together.
so basically they cook you from the inside. That
Infrared
sounds
style. Infrared style.
Isn't that what an air fryer does?
It boils the fat from inside of your belly,
loins.
and it comes through your pores.
Whew.
It sounds pretty good.
You want to try it?
I'll try it with you. We got.
Are we
going to
do the cycling? We could do
Let
us
me see
three in
which
the room.
program- Yeah, let's. Oh, yeah, because there's 3 people in the room, Bill. Let's
Oh,
see. What are
yes, let's go.
Okay, wait. So
We're
hot
biking.
ISO, hot yoga, hot Pilates, hot bar none, hot warrior. They also do the high intensity interval training too, the HIIT workouts. Those are the ones that'll get you. You do HIIT inside of infrared. That's
Right.
That's a recipe for death.
What if they did like hot cold beer Fridays and we just sat in there and
Hot
drank?
cold beer Fridays, my man.
Just sat there and drank
Just-
beer.
and then
It's
just
cool.
talked.
So the crazy part too about Hotworx is it's 24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
You have the app. You can get in. Like it could be 2 a.m. and you're like after you get
Who
up
thinks
Peninsula
at 3
Prime,
3 a.m.? You
It's-
know what? I really need to go cook myself.
I gotta get up and let's go to Hotworx and sweat it off. Let's sweat it
Babe,
off.
it's 4:15 in the morning. It's fine.
It's-
We're going. I have room 3 reserved.
Could you do hot bands?
I do it all the time.
Resistance resistance training. Yeah, hot cycle. I would pass out. Bill, you've been rocking the bike recently.
Yeah, man, biking ain't easy.
I know it's not. Could
I
you
don't
do
need.
infrared?
I don't need an infrared to start sweating.
You can get it. So they have a
Yeah.
deal going on right now too. Again, Hotworx in Cornelius, the new franchise opening by Bailey Road, right next to Waterman. New deal right now, discounted rate if you join, a lifetime rate of $44 a month, and it's unlimited times. You can go unlimited times to the location.
That's nice.
That's a good when you think about the price metric that way.
That is nice.
And a $10 sign-up fee. Don't let me forget that. A $10 sign-up fee and $44 a month.
And I can shower thereafter.
And they got a shower.
Hotworx.
I didn't ask him if it was like stall style shower. I should have probably clarified that. Like everybody getting together.
Hope
No, I don't think that they're doing that.
I don't think they're doing
I mean,
that
they've
either.
got some square footage. They're fine.
They got about 2,500 square
I
feet.
know.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
How was the drive down for you this morning?
Oh, it was great. The everything's clear.
Wide open. That's what
Yeah.
Jeff said. Jeff didn't have much of a voice this morning, so I didn't press him very hard. I didn't mess with him. I was going to ask him what his favorite primary color is. What's your favorite primary color?
I don't really understand the tertiary colors, but
I
my
think
favorite color is black and yellow, App State, and then also it's a color combo. You got to have those together, and then a blue.
I think my original question was, what's your favorite primary color? So
Right.
yellow?
So blue.
So I'm still looking for clarity on the tertiary, too.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out because I don't
Yeah, it's a
understand.
pretty complicated thing.
We
'cause you got
landed
your,
from blue to orange. Like that's.
But if you think about it, like blue and orange does go together.
but they're not tertiary. I think a tertiary is combining either two
Let's make it
primaries
work
or a
in my head.
primary and a secondary.
Like
or
blue and yellow make green.
blue and yellow, yes.
Red and blue make purple.
Right.
Yes.
So when you take some
So that's the tersh?
primary, some tertiary, or some secondary.
You know who's got that tersh? Pat Shannon. Pat Shannon's got that tersh, and he's about to come on the air. The sweetest voice in radio coming to you. Buy, sell, trade. Got a birthday anniversary. He's giving away prizes. Shout out to Jody.
We
We'll see
love you,
tomorrow.
Pat.
The new 105.9, 100.7